Hey, it's day 3 of Prissy Girlz Talks, Mental Health Talks, and today we're going to talk about moving forward. So how do you think now that we have the vaccine and some other things going on, how can we move forward from all of the events of 2020 now? Where can we go and how can we get there?
Wow. Well, I believe we can get there. We can move forward rather by just trusting ourselves. I am a believer of the Lord
Hmm.
Jesus Christ, and
Hmm.
I can't leave him out.
No, you can't. And
Right, I
and Prissy
can't.
Girls is a Christian organization, so
Likewise,
yeah.
likewise. Boys lead her too.
Hmm.
But I just want to say that trusting God is how we can move forward. Trusting Him, knowing that it is He that brought us this far. He brought us to this point, 2021, and
Hmm.
it is He that will carry us. And so, how can we move forward? Is trusting God, okay, and having confidence in His Word, and then trusting ourselves to the point where we are in the hands of God. And even though
Yeah.
we experienced great loss, and we have experienced so much trauma, but
Hmm.
in the midst of all, we can move forward by linking and connecting to the resources that God has provided for us. And that could be a
Yeah.
friend, that can be a counselor, that can be some sort of interest, activity that you love doing. Connect to what makes you or helps you to go forward. Just stay
Yeah.
connected. Mainly stay connected. Yeah.
Yeah. And that piece is really important, I think, to stay connected,
Hmm.
not only to the people around us, but like you said, to God, to pray for direction.
Yes.
This pandemic has kept all of us on our knees.
On our knees.
Yes. And to, pray and ask God, for direction. But yeah, I think it's baby steps. And you know what? I think it's different for everyone
That's it.
because I noticed that everyone is kind of, especially right now. I
Hmm.
think at one point we were all in the same place. We were in the house. We were, hankering
Yeah.
down. But I think now, especially with the weather breaking, some people are out and about. Some people are gathering at even, and some people
Yes.
are still a little cautious. So I guess depending on where you are and what your station is, you're going to decide, how, you go forward. But I do know that I
Yes.
agree with you. You definitely have to include God in the situation, and you definitely have to surround yourself with positive people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Positive people. That's powerful what you just stated, because that environment only can push you. When you're in an environment that is positive, positive individuals that has vision, it only is going to how should I say, encourage you, push
Hmm.
you, and give you a really just good feeling.
Yeah.
Just being there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you
Yes.
think we're gonna ever go back
Uh,
to what used to be? Everybody seems to want to go back. But anyway, do you think that things will ever be, the same? You think we're gonna always wear a mask? I mean, what do you think the future holds?
wow, that's a good question. I've heard so many answers to that question,
Mm,
and I believe that we would go back, but not the way it was.
yeah.
I believe we would go back, but not the way it was, and I don't know if after a year or so will we continue to still wear masks. I
Yeah.
believe there will be still some, right?
Yeah.
Still out there wearing a mask, even in 2022,
Mm-hmm.
because of the the tragedy, because of the impact of this pandemic. I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe that anyone would ever forget, and I think there will still be some cautious there will still be people being careful, and definitely when they talk about these new strands and all, so it's kind of hard. And
Yeah.
I believe that there will still be some that will still wear masks, I don't think that we will ever return back to what it was. Because think about it, since this pandemic, we have pivot, organizations, companies, the city itself have learned how to do things without being in person, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have really upgraded the remote, working remotely, learning remotely, have went to
Yeah.
another level. And what I'm hearing is that many corporations are building upon that new wave, that new pivot. Okay, they're
Mm-hmm.
building upon that because what they realize is they can reach more that way.
Mm-hmm.
They can save on like monthly expense. It's just so much
Yeah.
that can be done this way, and they got a hold of it, and they're like, now we're not going to let it go. So
Yeah.
I believe what's going to happen from this day, there's going to be a building on this new pivot.
Okay.
I believe we'll still be able to come back into the brick and mortar at some point, but I believe that there's always going to be that option of the virtual, and the online is only gonna it's gonna always be there, because why? They realize it's effective.
Yeah.
It's effective. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had the privilege of working from home for many years, when people weren't
Wow.
working from home. And, it's always been great for corporations, I think, because, they save money on, like you said, monthly expenses, real estate. They don't have to lease or buy buildings,
Yes.
and, it's a better quality of life for the employees, I believe. You don't have to
Wow.
worry about the commute and the
Yep.
traffic, and so you
It's
may be
true.
in a better, have a better attitude when you get to work, when you go from your bedroom to your living room.
That's true.
Yeah.